this guy was a brain trainer, come in from Auckland to do the training in Sydney with me, and he had some devices which I've subsequently bought since then to start practicing with. He said, I just thought I'd share with you. He said, I do brain training and meditation and mindfulness and all that sort of stuff. And heart rate variability monitor that he had, he said, when I'm in a bad place, it's at this number. When I'm in a good place, it's at this number. When I do meditation, mindfulness, it's at this number. He said, after a day of laughter training, he said, the number's gone up to a point where I've never seen it before.
Really?
I'm going, cool.
Wow.
So there's so much that we don't know. So I've gone and bought a heart rate variability monitor. I'm going to start practicing with it now. So it does it all instantly and without us knowing it. And it's so much fun. It's so much fun. So, yeah, surfing, going for a walk. I'm going to go back to my apartment and go for a swim. And when you're swimming, you just get into that zone. You go, this is cool. I'm thinking of nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what
flow state. I don't really like the term flow state. Everyone uses it. But it does make sense, you know. You're just fully in the moment.
Yep.
And, there's nothing better. I'd love to see an MRI of somebody's brain when they're laughing, you know, like over and over and over. At a comedy show, or you know what you do, an hour, whatever it is. But obviously, you know, more people probably go to the comedy shows, and it's probably more common. But because I've been looking at seeing all the research that's coming out with psychedelic drugs, psilocybin for mental health, anxiety, and depression, and the reason that psilocybin has been granted breakthrough therapy status in Europe and the United States is because it switches off the default mode network. So it doesn't turn your brain on, it switches more parts off. And the default mode network is the self-biographical part of your brain. So that's the part that, you know, I am Merv, I do this, people think this of me, so on and so forth. When you get a knock in the head in a car and you forget yourself, that's a part of your brain that you damaged. But on magic mushrooms or proper psilocybin therapies, that part of your brain switches off. And then through doing that, meditation, I 100% assume, just having a guess that laughs would be the same, meditation, float tanks, flow state, anything, it switches the default mode network off. You're not worrying about yourself. You're living totally in the present. So I'd love to see what an MRI of like a person's brain. I'm sure they're out there. A person's brain when they're laughing. You know, I'd assume that it would have the same effect.
I haven't done that. But there's a guy in the United States, Lee Burke from Loma Linda University, and he's done a lot of research on this laughter stuff, and he's got all the data about what happens in your brain, and it goes into a gamma state, and it's the same state as if you're in deep meditation. So he's already proven a lot of this stuff, and there's such a great link to meditation and mindfulness and laughter, because the actual process of exhaling, and then breathing in, it's exactly the same thing.